thought you the highest poet of my esteem, and a writer of plays that capture my heart.
Oh, I am him too.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for contributions to the English language courtesy of the Bard. However, we're excluding idioms and aphorisms such as wild goose chase and all that glitters isn't gold.
Tell me what you're thinking.
I was thinking about Shakespeare.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10. Puppy Dog. Shakespeare's plays and sonnets include the first ever recorded uses of over 1,700 words. These days, we take many of them for granted, like puppy dog.
His name is Astro, and he's just a puppy dog, a baby puppy dog.
In Shakespeare's play King John, puppy dog is uttered by Philip the Bastard as he reacts to a boldly worded proposal from the citizen of a besieged city.
Here's a large mouth indeed, that spits forth death and mountains, rocks and seas, talks as familiarly of roaring lions as maids of 13 do of puppy dogs.
In Romeo and Juliet, Shakespeare famously asked, "What's in a name?" suggesting that a name doesn't affect the quality of an object. However, with the noun puppy dog, we think he managed to make dogs even more adorable.
Look, two puppy dogs kissing.
Number 9. Hotblooded. In his wordplay, Shakespeare would synthesize new words by taking two words and combining them, such as he did with hot-blooded.
Sammy the Butcher. Gotta be careful, honey. He is hot-blooded.
This compound word first appeared in Act 2 of King Lear, where the titular character says,
"Why, the hot-blooded France who dowerless took our youngest born."
Cold-blooded had been coined just a few years before. Hot-blooded was a nice contrast that was a colourful way of suggesting passion. Perhaps the most famous application of the word is in the classic 1970s song by Foreigner. Number 8. Scuffle. To invent a word, sometimes all Shakespeare had to do was take an existing word and reappropriate it into a different part of speech. For example, taking a verb and turning it into a noun or vice versa.
Fight, fight, scuffle, scuffle, scuffle.
This is what he did with the word scuffle in Antony and Cleopatra, which opens with Philo bemoaning Antony's infatuation with the Egyptian queen.
His captain's heart, which in the scuffles of great fights had burst the buckles on his breast, reneges all temper.
Before that, scuffle was only a verb, but Shakespeare counted on his audience to intuitively pick up on the meaning of the word's new use.
Scuffle, struggle, you get my point.
Number 7. Eventful. One common trick Shakespeare used was to take an existing word, add a suffix that no one had ever previously applied to the word, and voila, you've got a new word. One such example is eventful.
How was work today?
Eventful?
The word was coined in As You Like It in the famous monologue from Jacques that opens with,
"All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances. And one man, in his time, plays many parts."
The monologue ends with,
"Last scene of all, that ends this strange, eventful history, is second childishness."
No doubt you've used the word eventful yourself to describe the nature of a day or occasion.
How was the rest of the evening?
It was eventful.
Eventful? Wow, okay.
Number 6. Laughable. This is yet another example of Shakespeare taking an existing word and adding a suffix to derive a new concept.
Is laughable.
Laughable comes from The Merchant of Venice, where Salarino, who is one of the friends of the main character Antonio, describes strange fellows, some who
laugh like parrots at a bagpiper, and others of such vinegar aspect they'll not show their teeth in way of smile, though Nestor swear the jest be laughable.
Nowadays, laughable is used less to describe a jest as worthy of laughter and more to dismiss something as ludicrous.
The idea that someone like that could operate under my very nose is laughable. Well, you all know what laughter sounds like.
Number 5. Hint. Shakespeare based the word hint on the Middle English word hinton, which meant to tell or inform.
So Lynn, don't you think your art teacher would want the privilege of seeing it? Hint, hint, hint.
The word is used twice in Act 1 of Othello by the titular character. The very first usage is when he tells the Duke of Venice,
"It was my hint to speak."
And the second is when he says soon after,
"Upon this hint I spake."
His future wife, Desdemona, has given him the hint that his stories of dangerous and daring deeds are the way to his heart, a hint he gladly follows. It feels pretty fitting the word hint is Shakespearean, since it implies subtlety while being intellectually puzzling.
What's your name?
Greg.
A little hint, FBI asks for your name, you give the whole name.
Number 4. Fashionable. The word fashionable appears in Shakespeare's Troilus and Cressida, published in 1609, but probably written in 1602.
Yes, but it's not fashionable.
Fashionable? Is fashion such a serious consideration?
Among people who have nothing more serious to consider.
The play is a tragic love story set during the Trojan War. Addressing Achilles, Ulysses compares time to a
fashionable host that slightly shakes his parting guest by the hand, and with his arms outstretched as he would fly, grasps in the comer.
The idea captures the fickle nature of fashions, which come and go over time. Shakespeare was such a trendsetter that he gave us our word for trendsetters.
I'm a fashionable bitch.
Number 3. Disturbed. Shakespeare came up with this word in what might be his very first publication, the 1593 poem Venus and Adonis.
His wife still lives in Fayetteville. She's disturbed.
In the poem, Adonis is trying to mind his own business and just wants to go hunting, but Venus, the god of love, is infatuated with him and wants him to return her affections. Describing Apollo, the bard wrote,
"And with his bonnet hides his angry brow, looks on the dull earth with disturbed mind."
Shakespeare takes the word disturb, which at the time was only a verb, and then makes an adjective by applying the word to describe Adonis's mind, thus coming up with a new way to call someone troubled.
But I'm disturbed. I'm depressed. I'm inadequate. I got it all.
Number 2. Misquote. From quotes, it was a small jump to misquote, but nonetheless a very useful one.
They misunderstand, misquote, and misrepresent.
The word appears in the history play Henry IV Part 1, when Thomas Percy, Earl of Worcester, tells Sir Richard Vernon,
"Look how we can, or sad or merrily, interpretation shall misquote our looks, and we shall feed like oxen at the stall, the better cherished still the nearer death."
In this case, misquote doesn't mean quoting written or spoken text inaccurately, but rather to misconstrue or misinterpret. Other new words from this play's sequels, Part 2 and Part 3, include dauntless, bandits, and jaded.
I'm sorry that you're jaded.
Number 1. Gossip. Gossip comes from the Old English word godsib, meaning godparent. In Middle English, it came to denote a familiar acquaintance. Shakespeare used the word gossip in several different plays, giving it a new life as a verb. In the Comedy of Errors, likely written in the 1590s, Solinus, Duke of Ephesus, exclaims,
"All my heart I'll gossip at this feast."
In All's Well That Ends Well, the gentlewoman Helen remarks,
"With a world of pretty, fond, adoptious Christendoms that blinking Cupid gossips."
Shakespeare recognized such interaction as human nature and gave the audience their fill. That's why he's studied and celebrated after all these years. The next time you spill the tea with your friends, you're carrying on a proud literary tradition.
XOXO, Gossip Girl.
Parting is such sweet sorrow, but before we go, what's your favorite Shakespeare work? Let us know in those comments below.
To be or not to be.
That is the question.